So, Whiskey Tube channel, dry week. What could possibly go wrong? Welcome to KillCo Whiskey Musings. Lack of whiskey musings. That works. The channel name, though. It's fine. Oh, I haven't done all the things. Man, someday I'm going to know what I'm doing when I start this. Not today. Today, I'm just going to be confused. I expect very few people to be here, if anyone at all, since on my last stream I was thinking about not doing this. Anyway. But I changed my mind, kind of, sort of. Oh, that looks weird. I basically changed my mind because of something else that happened today, 5 years ago. It's depressing. I figured that would be a perfect topic. But I'll start by saying I'm dedicating this stream, and any other stream I do, I guess, during the dry week, to my mentor, Kate Grana, who, unfortunately, her funeral was today 5 years ago. Sad, sucks. It's on my mind thinking about it. Good evening, Mike Franklin. Welcome. Oh, wait, I got to do the thing. There we go. This is mostly just a hangout stream, more than a whiskey talk show thing, if you want to call it that. That's what Twitch calls it. The talk show on Twitch. Could just be chatting today, but it's not. I made this is something I make every time there's a dry week. I made this, what they call it, the driver is what they call it. But it's basically, was it lime juice, orange juice, grenadine, and then a lot of ginger beer. Yeah, that's not whiskey. That's good. Ginger beer is a nice little trick to make your body feel like something is happening. So far, I haven't felt too bad about the non-whiskey thing. This is always a weird week, especially because I have a whiskey channel. I feel like I should do other stuff. And there is a large part of me that simply, how do I put this? Since it's a whiskey channel, the whole focus is whiskey. And when there's no whiskey, it's just my brain is like, I don't know why people would be here. It's my sparkling personality and my dry sense of humor, I'm sure. Probably not. It's mostly the whiskey. So when I don't have whiskey, I start to freak out a little bit. My anxiety starts to kick in. And the voices, not the voices, but I'm giving ammunition to my negativeness in my brain. Makes sense, right? I don't know what I'm looking at. I'm looking at all the samples in front of me. Co-op whiskey, hello, welcome. Forever onward. I'm gonna. Whenever I see you pop in, I'm gonna think of Elijah Craig. You're welcome. What's really funny is how I'm surrounded by whiskey right now, literally, but it's not the main focus ever. I mean, it is for doing streams and doing videos. But when I'm sitting here, I'm not thinking about it. I'm not thinking about the fact that it's behind me. I'm thinking about it now. But one thing that I always find funny with dry weeks is suddenly I'm very aware of how often I drink stuff and also how much of it I have. I made the mistake of buying like a 12-pack of cider because I wanted to try a couple of them. It was like a strawberry cider and a mango cider. I haven't tried the mango one, but I will try it in a week. On the plus side, hopefully, next Friday I will have special guests of some sort. I am just thinking about that constantly. I'll be thinking about that for the next week. Go do the work thing. Have fun with the work because work is fun. Thank you for stopping in, though. I'll be here all night. No, I'll be here for 2 hours as usual. Maybe less. I don't know. As I said, this is weird. I have to. It's like, okay, you're a whiskey channel. You have to have a topic. What's the topic going to be? How I'm not drinking whiskey. Oh, But let me know what you're drinking still, because you don't have to take a dry week. I'm taking a dry week, mostly because of my family history and just because Whiskey Tribe does it mostly. Whiskey Tribe / Vault do this every quarter. And it always seems to sneak up on me for some reason. I don't know why. But mostly it's to reset the palate. Oh yeah, family history. Dirt. Because believe it or not, there is alcohol abuse in my family tree, which is great. So it's something I've kept away. And I've mentioned this on streams before. My own history with alcohol was not the best. John T, yes. I'm in shock. Cheers. I'm still debating if I should do a Sunday stream. It kind of depends on how this one goes, because it feels so weird to just not have a real topic. Malt Muser Whiskey Reviews. Hello. I'll wait for it. I'm waiting for it. There we go. There's a delay. StreamYard was confused. There's always a delay, probably. I can talk about silly shit. That's on my mind, which is, like a pinball machine still. Other than the unfortunate passing of my mentor 5 years ago, that's one of the things that was bothering me, I believe, the past few days. I knew she actually passed away, in the last month 5 years ago, and the funeral was today. So recently I've been feeling weird and not happy and figured out why, at least technically. I'm not in the best mood most days, so there's that. But the past week or two have been particularly, I've noticed an alcohol increase and a sourness of spirit of sorts. So I figured out it was because of passing my teacher, and it's just there sitting in my head. And I don't know what to do about it. There's nothing I can do about it. I might sing songs later, sooner, maybe, because that is what she taught me to do. And it's the reason I do singing at all, honestly. But my throat feels weird. Of course, the one time I want to do singing, actually planning, like, I'll just sing this time. Right here. Feels weird. Don't know why. Bothers me. On the topic of random shit going through my head at the moment, one, if you haven't seen Inside on Netflix, and you have my sense of humor-ish, you might enjoy that. And two, the last thing I saw on Disney Plus was Loki. It was a weird first episode. It wasn't terrible. It was just weird. But those are things coursing through my brain. Also, the Division 2 stuff, sort of. Not as strenuously as usual. But I've been listening to the Inside Bo Burnham thing daily, pretty much. So that's nice. Gives me something to pay attention to. And I've started singing the songs, too. They're very fast, but they amuse me. So that's good. I have pretzels. I always have pretzels, believe it or not, because sometimes I drink too much on stream. Today, that is not an issue. That's a non-issue. That's right. I could attempt a gaming stream on Sunday. That's an idea. Wouldn't be as entertaining for everyone else, because part of the thing for me, anyways, having a conversation with people, which is dangerous, because if no one's talking or no one's here, that makes issues. But again, for those of you just showing up, tell me what you're drinking, because I can't drink anything right now. And it's not I can't. I am abstaining on purpose. And that's not bad. Especially with the ginger beer. It's funny that ginger beer tricks your brain a little bit. That bite. I'm so tired. I'm always tired, though. We've talked about this. I've talked about this. You can only type. Those weird phrases. Oh, and I should, I guess, promote. Talk about what's happening later tonight. I believe tonight is another ADHD-a-thon at 10 p.m. I know Trev goes on after me, as per usual. And I believe Eric Waite also goes on at 8. So whichever you want to watch, you can watch both at once. Some people do that. I have occasionally. But I find that is too much. Far too much for my tastes. It's Friday. It's going to feel weird. This weekend, the weekend's always the worst when the dry week begins. That is the topic of conversation, I guess, at the moment, because I made that silly ass thumbnail, which you have no idea. Basically, all I did was take my face and then turned it into. Have you ever seen those glasses, those fake glasses with like the glasses, the eyebrows, the big nose, and the mustache? Pretty much what I did to that Lord of the Rings meme, except using my face. And it would have been better, except for the fact that when I was making it the first time, Adobe Photoshop decided to just. And I lost everything because I didn't save. That was a lesson learned for the moment. Good times. It's an old version of Photoshop too, which sucks. What also sucks is Photoshop decided they're going to just, the new stuff, you have to pay for it all the time. Terrible idea. You should buy a program and just have it. But then I say that when I'm using this program, which, not program? It is a program, I guess. Online web thing, the duck thing. And it helps me do the broadcast thing easily. Also, like and subscribe. And by the way, I have Patreon. Done. You all know that. I'll even put the banner thing up. There we go. Oh, and I didn't. Oh, good God. It's almost like I don't think about the fact that I'm supposed to broadcast the ability for people to donate. Should they want to? It's up to you. No one has to. It's nice when they do. I've had some very surprising times in the past couple weeks where, holy shit. Let's just say stuff happened I didn't expect. Hell, I have a gift coming this Thursday, possibly. That'll be fun. Can't tell you what it is because it's secrets. But come to think of it, I can open that on. We'll see. I have thoughts and things, but I have to be careful about not saying the wrong thing. And by the wrong thing, I just mean anything that'll clue you in on to who might be here. I don't want to do that yet. I want that to be a secret for as long as humanly possible. There we go. We'll see how long that lasts. Especially since I will. Well, I'm still debating the stream stuff. Even today was a maybe at best. Because again, when you have no actual topic other than the fact that you can talk about you're not drinking whiskey, people are less interested. And I'm only mildly entertaining in my head at best. That's because my brain is not very nice to me. So that is a thing. Boop, boop, pop, beep. Boop. If anything happens with that today, we'll see. Oh God, I have these songs stuck in my head. Great. God damn it. Song stuck in my head. It's going to be stuck in my head all night. I'm debating what songs to sing. I have a folder full of them, but I don't remember most of them. Like there's some in here that I remember, but not as many as I should. Since I went over them for a couple, how many years was I actually practicing with Kate? 3 years, maybe 4, 3 or 4. Not long enough, unfortunately. Oh, of course I'm tired. Oh, yeah, that's why I'm tired. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night because my brain doesn't like that either. It's fun. It's lots of fun to have mental health problems that cause problems with sleep and eating, and I'm pretty good at drinking alcohol, but not today, not the moment. Yeah, song's definitely stuck in my head. It's because it's the last one I heard and I didn't finish it. Have you ever done that? I'm sure you have, where you hear half a song and then turn it off, and then try to do something else, realizing that song has now made a home in your brain because you didn't finish it. Ow. Ooh, that felt good, actually. You hear the birds? I always wonder about that. I'm also trying to figure out what the weather's doing. Oh, I know it's been warm here the past few days. Oh, and if you haven't watched the Instagram thing, I need to put those up here someday. Like have a Patreon thing and a Instagram thing and a Twitter thing. I have those when I do an actual video, but other than that, nothing. That was another option as well. I couldn't do it with StreamYard, so that would be problematic. There's got to be a way to stream to two platforms at once using OBS or something else, or using two streaming softwares. That'd be a bit extreme. I have to figure that one out myself. That hurts my head to think about. But I could do an editing stream because I'm planning to make more. I'm planning to take this week to work on making different kinds of content. Nothing crazy. And some of it would still be whiskey oriented, but because of the video I saw recently, The Inside on Netflix, it gave me a lot of ideas and made me realize I could make certain videos in certain ways, which I'd already been thinking about. Like last year was just the year where I got to seriously think about my mental well-being and how it affects me and affects everything. If you're new, I imagine you aren't. The story with me, the story of my life is that I was a boy in 1985. Anyway, born in 1980. Point is, I have not had a job for 10 years. That's not exactly because I don't want to have one. I just don't function in the world as others do quite as well or easily. That was one of the little things with being, what was it, 28, 29, 27? Something like that. I started to realize things were wrong because graduated high school, surprised me. Didn't go to college because massive debt seemed like a bad idea. I'll never understand it. I can go into my little rants. It'll be fun. I can go rants lots of stuff, but nothing too spicy because I could offend people and then no one would be here, and I don't want to do that. But as far as college goes, when it was presented to me as an idea, one, being surrounded by a bunch of people my age constantly and having a roommate that I didn't know, fuck that. No, just immediately no. Ugh. Just the thought freaks me the hell out. But mostly it was the fact that, going into college, the idea was, all right, you're going into massive debt with the idea that after 4 years of college, you'll come out of there with a degree or a certificate. No, degree. Anyway, 4 years, you'll come out of there with a degree and you can get a job that'll pay for everything and you won't be in debt after 4 or 5 more years. Bullshit. That's bullshit. There's no way. There's no way I was going to go into that much debt. I still went into debt, by the way. So just not to college, just buying useless shit I didn't need because impulse buying is the thing with me. Damn you, Amazon, by the way. I kind of wish that didn't appear in my lifetime, but it did. Anyway, crippling debt, didn't do it, immediately. Uh-oh. James Morgan, welcome. Oh yeah, what time is it over there? I'm never certain quite how things link up on the other side of the water. It's what, 10? 9, 10? Something like that. All I know is Roy goes on at 4:45 p.m. my time, and he's kind of late. Kind of. Oh, 20. Good God, it's even later than I thought. So I guess technically I'm a late show in England. That's cool. That's funny. I'd like to be a late show for this area, East Coast to West Coast, but I would have to be on ridiculously late, and I don't want to do that. Like Cheech kind of late or Livewire kind of late, and I don't do that. Usually when I'm up late, it's because I'm playing games with my friend on the internets. So, which I can stream. I can stream on Twitch. I've done that before. But Twitch is not a platform I want to exactly be on constantly. I'm doing it now, believe it or not, because it's a double-edged sword. I don't know. We're trying to get monetized still. That's the fun part. And that is the part I will never understand quite well, because I'm a small-time YouTuber at the moment who actively says, one, I don't have a job, so I don't have any actual serious income. I'm on disability, so that helps me pay rent, which is both a boon and a curse, because guess what? It's not a lot. Oh, it's enough to cover rent for the moment. Oh yeah, trying to find a way from work from home. And somehow I get to drink a lot of alcohol, usually. Not right now, but usually. For the most of the year, I get to do that, so it's all right. I guess in total, I take 1 month off from abstaining from alcohol every year. You know, one out of 12, that ain't bad. 8, that isn't bad. That is not bad. Really, I should do it more often. Truth be told, I should not drink as often as I do, because there are so many whiskey tubers doing streams every night. And lately, I've been kind of pulling back from that slightly. Not really because I want to, but I get burnt out from social stuff real fast. Real fast. Super fast. I almost feel like I shouldn't have said anything on Wednesday, too. I did say I wasn't going to do a stream, or I was thinking of not doing a stream, so some people will just not even be looking. It hasn't been anything yet, James. I started today at noon, so I won't know until tonight, but I tend to sleep a little better when I don't have alcohol. That's a science thing. You will sleep better if you have no alcohol in your system. Straight up, you won't. Or you will have better sleep. But for me, my sleep is always a mess. Right now, it's... Let me think. Hold on. Hold, please. Processing. I will... I don't know when I'm going to sleep tonight, but last night I think I went to sleep at 2 or 3. It's probably 3. Probably past 3, actually, and woke up around 8:30-ish. So that sucks. That's why I feel so tired now. And I don't know how much longer I'll last after the stream ends. I also might do a shorter stream. I'm not sure. This is one of those streams where I get nervous. Lady next door is making weird noises. I'll say it again. If you haven't seen, don't do it now, or you could. I Can't Control Your Life. Netflix Inside. Bo Burnham. Super funny. It goes right along my sense of humor and my self-deprecating humor. And I guess slight insightfulness. Only slight. Because I like to talk about... Well, I don't like to talk about it, but I try to openly speak about mental health, and then I'm actually fully aware that I'm in an extremely privileged position where I can sit here in the comfort of my own environment here, my apartment, talking about my mental health problems. It feels... like, gosh, life's so hard for me, guys. Oh, God, there it is. The horror, the self-reflection, and the realization that you have nothing to complain about. It's like, yes, I know. That's the problem. I am certainly well off in regards to my comfort level, but as a video may show coming up at some point, it's going to be I'm dipping my toes into actually making not serious content, but different sort of content, and taking in some of my theatrical background and photography background. I do have those. I just don't promote them. And I also don't really have the equipment. But with one thing that Whiskey Mountains has kind of brought to my attention, which I was aware of, is you can pretty much go out these days with the cell phone and record video with it and then make content. I don't usually do that because my phone is janky, to say the least. But I'll try it. Also, my camera has a slight crack on it right where the camera is. So I don't think the video filming in this direction towards my face would be very good, unfortunately. But we're working on it. We'll see. I'm trying a few things. I've been recording a few things. Still have a few more things to record. And then I hope to make a video for Wednesday. Am I definitely going to make a video Wednesday? I don't know. Probably, maybe. Certainly, maybe. Definitely, maybe. But till then, I'm still not exactly sure what it'll be. It's going to be a little, I guess, serious. I don't know. I'm not a serious person. It's going to be mildly comical. That is what the Bo Burnham Inside thing was to me. It's both poignant, comical, and yet serious at the same time to some extent. But the songs are hilarious. I only wish I had talent to, play a keyboard or make music in that way. All I can do is whistle fairly well and sing fairly well. That's not helpful exactly. Right now I have one of his songs in my brain. Well, look who's inside again. Where now to look for a reason to hide again. Well. Now that we've found you, it's something like that. I still don't have all the words in my head yet because I've only listened to it over and over again 7 or 8 times. I have to clearly listen to it 20 times more before that happens. The ending to it is weird. Now come out with your hands up. We've got you surrounded. Hilarious. John McKellen, hello. Well, that's the thing. I've been doing photography I've been doing photography amateurishly since I was a kid. And we're talking, having the little disposable film camera things. Remember those? I remember those. There are pictures of me when we went cross country as a kid, and there's actually a picture of me staring out the window ready to take a picture of something. So it's something I've been doing amateurishly for quite a while. I just don't broadcast it very often because I think it's not great. It's okay. It's not the best. No, and I put you on the spot now. You have to do it. Wesley Zeller, hello. We are all here. Well, I'm here to hear about what you're doing and drinking because it's not fair. I mean, it's totally fair. I am trying to make this humorous in the fact that we have, so it begins. And for those of you who don't know, the Whiskey Tribe /Vault do a weekly dry week every quarter. It starts today for me. It started at noon. I'm in hour 6.5-ish. I only got 6 more days to go. But however, there is a noticeable improvement just from the realization that I'm so used to having a drink constantly. It's a little weird. And of course, the fact that I'm surrounded by alcohol, that's always a little bit odd. Normally it's fine because I'm doing a stream talking about whiskey and that's that. This makes sense. But then it's when I don't have alcohol and I'm specifically saying, by the way, I'm not drinking, everything feels just bizarre. And I'm pretty sure, I can't guarantee this, but I have a distinct feeling I'm one of the only whiskey tuber people out there who will still try to do something. That was another reason I even went on tonight, is I will actively bring attention to the fact that I am not drinking when the whole theme of this entire channel is drinking whiskey. So it's counterintuitive, I suppose. And I don't know of any other whiskey tuber person who's doing streams or making videos when no alcohols involved, except for the Whiskey Tribe / Whiskey Vault. But that's their thing early on, was they made a bunch of content that had no whiskey. They like whiskey flavored things, and they did cheese. They did a few. They did cheese. They did honey. What else did they do? They did a whole bunch of random shit. And then they quickly realized, hey, you know what? Dry week means no nothing. And that's the sensible thing to do. We have a Londoner here staying up late. Yeah, it's a reset. It's a quarterly reset for me. And I still have little things that help me get around it. Like I have this bizarre drink, which I mentioned earlier. It's called the Driver because there's no alcohol in it. It is 2 ounces of orange juice, 1 ounce of lime juice, 1 ounce of grenadine-ish. I cut it down so it's less of some of those. And then ginger beer. That's it. The ginger beer really sells it, I gotta say. That's the thing that makes it feel spicy, I guess. But the idea for this is that by taking a break from whiskey, I will appreciate it more later and not abuse it. That is, I guess that's the key thing I'm trying to get across to some people is when you drink whiskey on the regular, and especially if you're a content creator in this regard, that's all the more reason for me to stop every once in a while, because it's very easy to get just to a constant habit of drinking it, and then suddenly I'm drinking a lot more often than I realize. And that's not good. That's a bad thing. It's an easy thing to fall into. And I don't think it's... I guess other channels don't need to take a break because they have different habits, where I have watching other streams and having a drink, where theirs is probably they work more on their content, and that's when they mostly do their drinking. That's it. So it's a lot less. Where for me, it's a fair amount more, almost every night. Although last week? Sure, last week was one of the weeks where I took a couple nights off. Technically not by choice. That was Wednesday and Thursday. No alcohol at all because of the shot in the arm, which I will be officially vaccinated 100% by this upcoming Wednesday. Then I can meander around without a mask on. I probably will still keep one on, but I feel like I need to show this off now. There are people who don't even know I have this thing on my face because of my mask. I've been covering everything with a mask for a year and they haven't seen it. Although right now my mustache is driving me crazy because this one on the left doesn't like to cooperate at all. And I feel like one's longer than the other. It's pretty awesome. You can't really tell since it's not your face, but I can see it. I can feel it. It feels off center. One thing I should look into while I have this time off of alcohol is how to make your mustache do what you want. Mine is finicky at best. And I'm sure because it's the hair on the face is just slightly curly. So this one wants to curl forward, which I do not want it to do. It's great fun, I know. I'm trying to think what else I should talk about. I can talk about anything. That's the key. The only thing that's bothering me today is the thumbnail thing, where I had it just where I wanted it. I was like, okay, this is good. And I was going to save it, or I was going to do one more thing, and then Photoshop trashed it. It's like it never existed. So that was cool. The one I put up now is okay. I have to work on my thumbnail game, as they say. As much as I hate it, as much as I don't like the idea of making... No. Okay, here's the rule here. I learned how to do graphic design. I got a certificate. Technically, I know what I'm doing. But what I didn't like was when I got into the learning more about it, finding how manipulative advertisement is. And even though I graduated and got a certificate and everything, I didn't want to go into that field. You know, it was a 1-year thing. It wasn't a 4-year college or anything, thus certificate. But once I learned all about how to manipulate people through media, I didn't want to do that to other people. I should do it for myself. I should bring some of those ideas into play, not because I want to manipulate people into giving me money or watching my videos, but that's how it works. Unfortunately, you have to use what you know to interest people. And that is a difficult line to walk, where I don't want to play off the norms. One I've noticed is a lot of video thumbnails. You'll see a person's face, which is one thing you're supposed to do, is show your damn face, because it makes it interesting, I suppose. People play off faces because that's the type of social creatures we are. We play off other people's faces. That's what makes us interested in others, is looking at their face, I guess. It's weird. There's science to that, sociological stuff. It's very interesting. I don't know much about it. I just have random bits of things that sit in my head. I had a point to this. What was it? Thumbnails. Yeah. You'll notice a lot of thumbnails on YouTube right now. You'll see a person, and then they're always outlined with a white outline. It's a weird little thing that you will only notice clearly if you're dealing with graphic design stuff. Even with the one I did for this, it was on purpose to make it seem slightly interesting. I can only wonder how many people see that and click on it. So it begins dry week, day 1. Click. Probably not too many. A few. 1 or 2. We'll see. I can check that later, though. The YouTube algorithm will tell me things. Glorious. Oh, I got a song stuck in my head. Speaking of songs, I said I would sing something, but I don't know what to sing. I just had another song stuck in my head. That was fun. It was Ozzy Osbourne. I don't know where that came from. You just saw it happen, where I just... That was weird. Which song is this? Hold on. Win or lose, it's up to you. It's up to you. I'm not sure what the title of that song is. But there it is. It just flew into my brain. The antenna is working, as expected. Strange. Also, like and subscribe. And by the way, I have a Patreon. There. Done for now. And the fun thing about Patreon is I don't know what to do with it exactly. And I don't know. It feels weird that I have a Patreon that is specifically meant to make this channel better and to help me out financially. Because as I've said, don't have a job. And I find it not comical, but it is interesting that the channels that are monetized, how much money they constantly get, even though it's like their side gig. They have normal day jobs, and then they do this. And they have hundreds of bottles of whiskey. I'm definitely jealous. That's basically all it is. I'm jealous of the fact that they have a normal job that makes them money, and then they do YouTube stuff that makes them money, while I am sitting here saying, I don't have a job. I'm trying to work from home. Please help. I don't know what else to do. I will try to entertain you some way, shape, or form, but keep in mind that I am not well. Oop. I can feel that. Yeah, James, I understand. What I was saying earlier is I have family history with alcohol problems. So I feel it's very important to me, if nothing else, to just stop. Because just to know I can, just to know I can go, all right, none more, because I said so. And my body reacts to it a little bit, not to the extent of the severe, but more habitual. Like it becomes really apparent to me every time I stop how often I have a drink at night, because, nightcap, that's a thing. And also because I watch Whiskey Tube stuff, that's a thing. It's almost a little torturous, and I do it every time, where I watch Whiskey Tube content streams, and I'm not drinking for this week. But again, it's easy to not do something, at least for me, it's not easy, but actively not doing something in my head isn't that hard. Because I don't do a lot of things I should, which you may find out about when I do make this video. I still have to write a script, which that'll explain how weird the video is to begin with. I have to actually make a script. I have ideas. I jotted a bunch of them down yesterday when I was feeling pretty crap, actually. Yesterday was a weird one. I know why. The reason I felt so bad at the time was because I had forgotten to take my medication I was supposed to take it at noon, and it was 3 p.m., and I felt, what? And I remembered. I forgot to take my pills. Yay. My happy pills. They're not happy pills. They're stabilizing medication, mostly. They don't make you any happier. They just keep your mood from dropping to unsafe levels, so to speak. And one of them, I'm still not really sure what it's doing, if anything. Yep, now I have the other song stuck in my brain because I didn't finish the end of it. I wish I could listen to it on the stream, but I can't. It's not allowed. It's evil. Well, it's evil to YouTube. YouTube doesn't want you to listen to stuff unless they make money off of it. Oh, that's one thing I should ask. Do ads play on here? Because I have no idea. With my content, I don't know if YouTube has been like, you know what, we're going to do it anyway. I heard that's what's happened recently. They just say, hey, since you're on our platform, we're going to play ads over your stuff and not give you any money for that. Yay. But again, always keep in mind that this platform is huge. They have to monitor. I can't even imagine how much content they have to actually monitor to make sure no one's doing anything weird. And then they have to work on monetizing people and keeping them in line too. I say keep in line, but you know what I mean. They have to make sure no one's doing anything that's illegal or copyright problems, although they're real quick to do the copyright thing. I've worried about that a few times. People have said I'm a bit of a crooner, and the last thing I really want to do is suddenly sound too much like Frank Sinatra or something like that and have them come after me. Okay. See, I didn't know that. At least I don't know if it's about my channel, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did that, especially with the stream. Mostly because the stream is 2 hours. So they're thinking about, 2 hours long. We can put at least 10 commercials in there. Yay. For what? I wouldn't know. That's the other thing. I like the idea of being monetized because then I have some input. I can say vaguely what kind of content or what kind of commercials I want on my channel. Even though I'm not a fan of commercials, as previously mentioned, I don't like advertisement because I learned far too much about how manipulative it is and realize I should use some of that knowledge to make my channel better and get people to click on stuff. I don't want to be clickbait. I just want people to click on it because it looks interesting and they are curious about whiskey. Okay, good. I know for Roy, he had to actively stop that because he's monetized, but I don't expect that happening for me. Maybe on the playbacks that happens, but I don't think they do it live since they have no idea how long it is. I know they do that with Twitch, though, I think. Twitch will just play, and that's, again, if you're monetized or affiliated or whatever the hell they call it over there. Working on that, too. I'm trying to do two things at once now. But only the one that has most of my attention is, of course, YouTube, because Whiskey Tube community is pretty awesome, and the idea in my brain is to bring Whiskey Tube type stuff over to Twitch to some extent. Slightly different. That's what I wanted to do originally, kind of, is simply play games, which I do anyway, and have whiskey. and then talk about the whiskey a little bit while I'm playing games. Hell, I wish I could play a game that was based on whiskey. That'd be kind of weird. I know there's an anime I watched called Bartender. That was pretty sweet. But that's if you like anime. A lot of people don't for some reason. Just cartoons, except from overseas. And a lot more violent sometimes. And extreme, which is great. What was the one that was very popular recently about giant monsters that eat people? I forget. I didn't watch it. I watched like the first few episodes. Whatever. I'm sure it's interesting. Trying to think. Organizing thoughts is hard when I'm not drinking whiskey. Yes, expect a video on Wednesday. Maybe. I have a thing with my mind and my capabilities. What do I call this? I've tried to explain what it's like to be ADHD or ADD, crippling depression and anxiety thing. Because you cannot say for certain, I will do something later, because you have no idea what will happen to you between now and later. Yes, you could have a depressive episode and just stop being a functional person. You could go manic and eventually just deep dive into some random shit. Kind of what I'm doing with the Netflix Inside thing. I've listened to it numerous times. I've watched it numerous times because I can relate to it, and also I just think it's good. I enjoy it. So, notes, like actual tasting notes, I would say no, because I don't keep notes very well. I have some on my phone, not tasting notes, but I kept notes just to remind myself things. But the idea of the channel initially was, since I'm not great at taking notes or any of that, the original premise for making any content at all. No, I'm not. That's wrong. I wasn't making content. I was making a recording and posting it on my channel, expecting no one to ever watch it except me. So I could look back later in life. That's part of the idea still, being able to look back later on my initial whiskey experience. And you can look back too. Please do, because I need those damn watch hours. That's a thing. Yeah, that was the point. Yeah, the idea was I could go back and watch a moment in my life as long as YouTube exists. Who knows how long that'll be? It's been around for a while, but all things come to an end eventually, unfortunately. So, all right. So the idea is I will have that to look at later in life. Although it is pretty cringy, I have to admit, because it was made with the intent. It was made with no intent. It was made just to do. And the lighting is awful. I had no thought process on making it look good. It was just to do. What I should do is look back on some of the early whiskeys I tried from the Drinks by the Dram thing, and see if I can find any of those that I liked initially and try them again. That's an idea for content. But I'm worried that a lot of those are just impossible to get. I know they are impossible for was it the second or third year I did one? Also, this is something I should point out is I didn't spend money on those advent calendars. I just used a credit card because bad idea. Don't do that. Also, crippling debt. Did I mention the crippling debt? I know I did. That's another reason I'm doing this, is so I can pay off the crippling debt I have, since a normal day job is just a normal 40-hour week is not. No, I tried it. Keep that in mind. I did try working 40 hours a week for quite a while for 4. How many years did I actually do it? 2 years at Barnes & Noble, at least 1 year at Domino's, that's 3. 4 years in the factory, so 7 years. It was probably around 10 years or something like that. I tried doing the normal day job kind of thing. Never went very well for me. And it was disheartening to feel like you're doing all the things you're supposed to do, and yet it's not helping. Like, you're not feeling better. You don't feel like you've achieved anything. You don't feel like the money is helping you. It's rough. And the real kicker was, of course, when my anxiety was like, you know what? We're just going to fuck you over now. You're going to have a horrible anxiety attack, so bad that you're going to have to call out of work. And then you're going to sleep most of the day. And then you have an appointment later with your therapist, and you will feel absolutely terrible. And thankfully, I got to talk to her, but it was real bad. I'm lucky she didn't decide to send me to the hospital, honestly, because it was not good. I only wish I could have recorded something like that, or that's another thing that part of this is about, is what you don't know as a viewer is I can look back on some of the videos I've done and I can actually see when I'm manic. Like, if you watch anything from 2019, which is when I actually decided to make content officially. So we're coming up on, well, we will be coming up, I will be coming up on my 2-year anniversary of actually making content, September 1st. What am I going to do for that? I don't know. I have to think about what I'm going to do for July 7th, because July 7th is my birthday. I will be 41, believe it or not. I am 40, and turning 40 last year was not great. So I feel like I should do something for this year, because I didn't get the chance to do it last year. And 40 is a big one, as is 50 and 60 and all that, which are something I didn't really think I'd have to look forward to, so to speak, for whatever reason. Thus the depressed mind, thinking about, I never thought I would live to 30. I never thought I would live to 40. The idea of turning 50 is kind of horrifying, as is everything past that point. But we'll see. I could get shot in the head or run over tomorrow. So, that got dark. That's just how my mind works. Look on the positive side, Brian. All right, shut up. July 7th, birthday. Should do something. Should buy whiskey. Should go to a restaurant. I mean, I feel like I have to do something really different, considering last year was so blah. Whiskey Samurai, hello. Schwelcome. Ow, my eyeball. Ow, my eyeball. Let's take it out and fix it. Oh, that's a little better. No. Why are you working? Epic dry mustache. Hello, Bourbon. Yeah, it's dry. It's got wax in it, though. But it is dry week. And it's driving me crazy, by the way. The mustache doesn't want to cooperate right now. As usual. Someday I'll get it right. I feel like I need a mold. Stick it on my face and be like, stay like that, damn it. Never change. We were just talking about my birthday, which is coming up in July. It's coming up too fast. Way too fast. I still don't know what to do. That's the real sticking point. I just had an idea, and my brain immediately dismissed it because it requires talking to other Whiskey Tube people. Oh, it's a good idea, but I don't want to. Oh, God, it'd be so awful. It's so cringy in my head. Oh, it's so cringy. I'll say it out loud and hope nothing comes from it. But an idea I just had now, because my brain does that occasionally, is to celebrate my birthday here. Not, constantly, like not, hold on. I got to check what day the 7th lands on. I have a feeling it's, a Tuesday or some shit. Oh, crap, it's a Wednesday. And I've been doing Wednesday streams recently. Well, I suppose I could reach out to other Whiskey Tubers and have them be like birthday guests and do a stupidly long stream or something. I don't know. I'll have to broach the idea to a few people, see if they would like to pop on for a bit. That feels so, how do I put this? It's like being in preschool and trying to invite people or children, or people, trying to invite other people in your class to your birthday party. That's how awkward and weird it feels in my head. Because, like, you give a card to everyone and you expect no one to show up. That's a fun feeling. I don't think that ever happened to me because, thankfully for me, my birthday was in July, so there was no school. I wouldn't have to worry about it. At least my parents wouldn't have to worry about it, technically. Also, cheers to all of you just driving here. I'm drinking my the driver mocktail thing. That was also something I considered doing today, but I don't think I could handle it. Was the things that other whiskey tubers have done, where they open up the invite to StreamYard, but nope. It's the same feeling. Too many faces on the screen kind of tweaks me out. And the most I can handle is 2. Like me and 2 other people, I'm good. But after that, as much as I like to watch, what is it? I think it's Cheech or is Cheech? I still haven't been able to put names with channels yet. I know Cheech has a channel, and I think it's, oh gosh, I can't remember the name of it. He told me last time he was here. What was it? Hold on. I want to say Whiskey After Dark. That's not what it is at all. Whiskey Encore? Sounds about right. There's Whiskey Encore, Whiskey Encore, Livewire Whiskey, and there's one other. Crap. Whiskey Nose. Those are 3 that I've lurking in my head right now as multiple faces on screen-ish stuff. Yeah, I got it. Oh. That'll be fun. Editing is so exciting. No, it isn't. I'm still trying to piece together what I'm going to do for next week. It's going to be a video. It's not going to be whiskey because, again, not a whiskey channel. But I am trying to incorporate my bizarre sense of humor along with my daily stuff. The idea is I'm supposed to there's a part of my mind that is constantly telling me that people don't believe the fact that I'm not well, because when they see me here, everything seems fine. Doesn't look like anything's wrong with him. He's so personable and chatty, and I think the word has been used, quirky. It's not what I would use to describe myself. Someone else did. I think it was shelf turds. But, you know, everything isn't quite well. I have this to prove it. But as far as day-to-day stuff, it's not an invisible illness. I won't call it that. It is an apparent illness that no one sees directly because, if you have mental health issues, you are trying your best not to make it be blatantly obvious to everyone. Unless you're really, 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 really bad, where you have no idea anymore. That's when you get sent to the hospital, usually. I use... the hell's it called? Hold, please. So I have something called Adobe Premiere Elements, and there is an editing software option. I know there's better editing software through Adobe, but I can't afford that shit. So even the Adobe Premiere editor thing I use, my father bought. Well, I'm not exactly a party person because if you'll recall that part of my mental health problems is social anxiety / general anxiety disorder things. So socializing in person, I have never been very comfortable with, ever. I can deal with it, but there's a cost, is a nice way to put it. With mental health in me anyway, there is always a cost. So if I do a certain thing, there will be recompense later in the form of mood changing or extreme fatigue and sleep. And then that'll lead to not being able to sleep later, and then getting frustrated with that, and then giving yourself more ammunition about how messed up you are and how you can't do everything that other people can do. It's fun. It's ebb and flow is probably the best way to put it. And I'm sorry about your dad's demise. That sounds strangely enough, I mentioned earlier, I don't know if you were here. Today is the day of my mentor's funeral 5 years ago. It just feels like it wasn't that long ago, honestly. But with that being said, I should probably switch over to singing instead of just babbling on, because I can do that for I can do it for an hour apparently. So there's that. I can just ramble on about whatever is on my mind. I do that pretty well, I guess. It's part of my mental health problems. Everything's just bouncing around constantly. But I will look up some songs on my... I have some on my phone that I'm aware of, and I have a couple here. See if this will show up. Gosh. But that right there is Kate. Kate Grant, she was my mentor and friend, who unfortunately passed away. Well, she passed away officially at the end of last month, but today is the day that I remember going to her funeral, which is still fairly clear memory. It was both a good experience and a terrible experience, because it was a church funeral, and I just can't deal with churches. I won't go off on that rant about religion, because that would be bad. People might get upset. You have opinions about religion? Yep. It's not going to help to talk about them, though. It molded my character in certain ways. Oh, now the other song stuck in my head. Damn it. Oh, so much. I was trying to fix this earlier, but this folder thing is coming loose in some spots. Very annoying. All right. I'm gonna try to get Disney to come after me. Oh, my throat still feels weird. So if this sounds off, I'm gonna blame that. But the first song of the evening, to help pass the time and scare away the viewers who don't want loud noises, this is Feed the Birds by the Mary Poppins. You may know of it. Let's see if I can do this without hurting myself. Oh, that's the stuff. You ready? I'm not. Hopefully it won't be too loud. If it is too loud, please let me know, because I'm trying to sit back from the mic and not blow it apart. 2, 3, 4. Early each day to the steps of St. Paul's, the little old bird woman comes. In her own special way, to the people she calls. Come, buy my bags full of crumbs. Come, feed the little birds, show them you care, and you'll be glad if you do. Their young ones are hungry, their nests are so bare. All it takes is tuppence from you. Oh, it starts so low. Feed the birds, tuppence a bag. Tuppence, tuppence, tuppence a bag. I'm still not quite sure what a tuppence is. Feed the birds, tuppence a bag. Tuppence, tuppence, tuppence a bag. All around the cathedral, the saints and apostles look down as she sells her wares. Although you can't see it, you know that they are smiling each time someone shows that they care. Yeah. Well, talk about being out of practice. Though her words are simple and few, listen, listen, she's calling to you. Feed the birds, tuppence a bag, tuppence, tuppence, tuppence a bag. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. That's how it ends. If you didn't know, it's changed over the years. Yeah. What else we have? No. 2 pennies. $5 with inflation. Good God. Bird lady really needs that cash. Hell, I need that cash. I'm very pleased, believe it or not, that I got the randomest donation from someone who watched on Twitch recently. It's probably last week. Maybe last week. I honestly can't recall. But just getting $5 from someone who doesn't even know me and hasn't even watched my stuff much, it was cool. My brain likes to attribute what I'm doing to being a homeless person asking for money, which doesn't feel good in my head, but I can certainly understand the feeling, what else do you have? And for me, all I have is lots of whiskey, a lot of time, and I can sing a bit. So there's that. Hell, if I could go out and, maybe I will someday. Haven't tried it yet. I'm going into populated areas with a hat down, singing. Have never tried it, but it's tempting. But the problem is people don't carry cash around much anymore. So they're not going to give you a couple bucks because no one has the money in their pocket. More importantly, just handling money these days, that feels like an awful thought in my brain. The Division 2 is a game I play, and the storyline there is someone purposely put an infectious disease on money. Let's just say over the past year, I've reflected on that idea far too many times. But these days, people don't use money as much, or cash, I should say. What else do we have in the book of books? For the record, this giant folder is what I used to take to see my friend Kate, my mentor Kate, and we go over all these songs. That's why I'm looking at it now, trying to see what I can remember. Oh, gosh. I'm getting married in the morning. Ding dong, the bells are gonna chime. That's a little too upbeat for my feelings right now. Oh gosh, there's another long song. The buskers of London all PayPal accounts. I mean, you gotta work with the times, man. That's how it is. What's sad is I still see people who are either down on their luck or homeless every time I go, shopping, basically. I go down the street, go to Starbucks even. And there's a certain intersection where there's always one or two of those guys. There was one guy who I was actually befriending a little bit, sort of. When was it? Over a year ago. But he was actually, the thing I appreciated about him is his deal was, other than just standing there with a sign saying, "Oh, I need money, help." He bought bottled water, really cheap bottled water, clearly. But he'd give him a couple bucks or whatever it was, and he'd give you a bottle of water. It's creative right there. People need water these days. You know, and he was balancing it out, I'm sure, buying a whole bunch of water at once and giving it to people for $2, $3, $5, whatever they felt like giving you. Beautiful. That's what's that called? Business minded, I suppose. Entrepreneurial almost. But the problem is, I have no idea what happened to that poor man. So that's rough. Because again, that was before 2020. So who the hell knows? Hopefully he's doing well and he's moved on and in a much better place. That's all I can think about. Oh wait, I thought this was a religious song, and then I realized it isn't technically. It's a long song. And there are many verses, so I don't know if I want to do it. It's called Hallelujah. 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 But it has 5 verses, and I don't feel like dealing with that right now. I'm good with the one song. Oh, here's one. This is actually one that there's no music, but I know the words and well, I don't know the words. I know the melody. I'm pretty good with melodies, but I'm not good with words or names or remember what I did earlier today. So there's that. Tenor? I have no idea what kind of thing I am. I used to know. I have no idea now. All right. I almost want to sing this with an accent, but I won't. And see if you recognize it. With me not doing my, oh no, I almost said the name. Without doing a southernish person's accent. I might. Should I? Should I try with the accent? I feel like I might do it by accident. Oh, excuse me. I almost have to sing this song with an accent. That's the problem, because I can hear it in my head with the voice of the person who sings it, who definitely has an accent. I'll try without. It's going to be tricky. Sometimes I think that love is somewhere, living on an island all alone. And I can see it in the darkness. I can feel it in the distance. Then it's gone. Then I know that it is time for me to go and find my favorite girl. 'Cause when I look into her eyes, I see all the love there is in all the world. Try not to do it. And it always will be. And it always will be. And it always will be. It always will be. I'm so tired. There's some things I think about. Every time I do, it breaks my heart. But there's nothing I can do about this loneliness I feel when we're apart. And I stop and curse the darkness and the distance, and then your face I see. When I look into your eyes, I see all the love there is inside of me. And it always will be. And it always will be. And it always will be. It always will be. Now, the way I feel like I should sing that is, sometimes I think that love is somewhere, living on an island all alone. I can see her in the darkness. I can feel it in the distance, and then it's gone. Willie Nelson originally sings that. I look thirsty? How do I look thirsty? I had plenty to drink. I have my mocktail. It's probably not the best thing to drink when I'm singing. Because soda doesn't help. All right, here's another one. For those of you just turning in, I am singing some songs because I don't know what to do with my life. I mean, in memory of my mentor and teacher, whose funeral occurred 5 years ago on this day. Ugh, somber but true, unfortunately. Also, I'm not drinking alcohol. Whiskey Channel, not drinking alcohol. Dry week. It's a thing. Also, like and subscribe. And by the way, I have a Patreon. Done. This one's called I Wish You Love. Hello, gentlemen. I wish you love. And ladies. Mostly ladies. Oh, God. My voice still so, like right here. You hear that? Oh, it's awful. I'll go away. I wish you bluebirds in the spring to give your heart a song to sing, and then a kiss, but more than this, I wish you love. And in July, a lemonade to cool you in some leafy glade. I wish you health and more than wealth. I wish you love. 2, 3. My breaking heart and I agree that you and I could never be. So with my best, my very best, I set you free. I wish you shelter from the storm, a cozy fire to keep you warm, but most of all, when snowflakes fall, I wish you love. What? Oh, here's an old school one. I think I know all the lyrics to this one, but that was by Wish You Love from blah, 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 blah. Oh, it's in French. I have no idea what it's from. Are the lyrics on here? No, I would have at least been curious about that. I don't know how to say anything else. Scott Moody. Thank you very much. Oh, God. Glad someone's enjoying the singing because it's one of the few talents I have that I cannot completely deny. Part of my head is I'm never going to be good enough to sing professionally, so that's fun. But that's why I'm doing it here, because this is semi-professionally and hopefully somewhat entertaining in theory. This one most people know, and if you don't, I'm sorry. Ooh, wait. That's like I've got you under my skin. I'll save that for later. But this one's hilarious. If I can remember how it goes. It's called I Hold Your Hand in Mine. It's not quite what you think. It is a bit morbid. It's a morbid comedy song from a show. Ready? I'm not. Oh gosh, I don't remember how the tune goes. I don't quite remember how it goes. I hold your hand in mine, dear. I press it to my lips I take a healthy bite from your dainty fingertips. My joy would be complete, dear, if you were only here. But still I keep your hand as a precious souvenir. I can't quite remember the words. Anyway, from those few words, it's grim comedy show thing. I don't remember the tune. I'll have to come back to that one eventually. It's a weird melody. So it's part of why I can't remember it, say the least. Oh, here's a good one. There you go. Bourbon hunting video. Bourbon hunting, wow. Well, recovery is good. Let's see. Yeah, that's a musical. Everyone likes musical music. Songs, I should say. It's from Camelot. Camelot. God damn it. Some of these decided to come undone. Like the bottom tab just popped out, and I don't understand why or how. It's frustrating. There we go. Sheesh. Oh, I want to do this one, but I might die from trying to sing it because it is ridiculous. No, I'll save that one. I'll save that for when I'm practicing a bit more because, let's see here. How long is that? 3 or 4. Some of these notes, let's just say, last for a substantial amount of time. So I'll come back to that one. It's called The Impossible Dream, if you're wondering what song that is. I'll give you a preview of why I can't do it. To dream the impossible dream, to fight the unbeatable foe. Notice those long bits in between. And then there are parts where you just don't bother to breathe, basically. And I don't feel like I can handle that right now because I'm so out of practice. This one's pretty good. People know this one. Impossible Dream, less known. Let's see. When the sun is high in the afternoon sky, you can always find something to do. But from dusk till dawn, as the clock ticks on, something happens to you. In the wee small hours of the morning, while the whole wide world is fast asleep, you lie awake and think about the girl, and never ever think of counting sheep. When your lonely heart has learned its lesson, you'd be hers if only she would call. In the wee small hours of the morning, that's the time you miss her most of all. We have a Twitch comment. Hello. Thank you, Captain Jameer. Thanks, Captain. Appreciate it. It's always nice to see people in the Twitch world. And I promise these streams are much better when I have alcohol, because then I don't feel so tense. But I don't sing as much then. So if you like the singing and you like the whiskey, come on back now, you hear? I keep it going. Can I just pass this? Hold on. Hang on a second here. I know I saw the dappity pop a doop pop. We run into a snag because I've got you under my skin. I swore I just went past that. Get me to the church on time, balloon. Maybe I didn't. Oh, wait, do I have? No, that's a depressing one. Empty chairs is appropriate for my thought process right now, but also not the best song to be singing when you want to cheer people up on a Friday. Oh, yeah, I didn't say that. Guess what? You made it to Friday. Congratulations. We're all here to have a wonderful time. And I'm doing some improvisational karaoke-ish stuff, sort of. Where's Cheech? I need him to play backup drums for me. I'm still waiting for a Whiskey Tube band to become a thing. Hasn't happened yet. Someday. That'd be pretty awesome because we'd all be drunk. I wouldn't be, but most other people in the Whiskey Tube world might be. I don't like the feeling of being inebriated. Brings up too many memories of the past when I did that all the time. So it's not a good feeling to me. It's a dangerous feeling. I also don't quite know how to do this one. Oh, here we go. I can slip into a hopefully not racist Jamaican accent. Because of the song. It's called Kiss the Girl. You may know it. I have to say sha-la-la. Except not sha-la-la. Sha-la-la. There we go. You ready? I'm not ready. Teaser. Oh, I really shouldn't drink this when I'm singing. It's good. Yeah, but that ginger beer is no joke. Oh, that stuff. Oh, man, that's... Oh, God. The funny thing is, none of you actually know what's in this. This could be filled with whiskey, and you would never know. It isn't. It's water, I promise. Actually, it's vodka. No. I'm going to just make jokes about the fact that I'm not drinking for a while, I think. 2, 3, 4. Oh, the big breath. There you see her sitting across... Wait. Try that again. There you see her sitting there across the way. Feels better. She don't got a lot to say, but there's something about her. I was in love with Ariel, by the way. With any redheaded Disney character, basically. And you don't know why, but you're dying to try. You wanna kiss the girl. Yes, you want her. Look at her, you know you do. Possibly she wants you to. There is one way to ask her. It don't take a word, not a single word. Go on and kiss the girl. Here comes the fun part. Sha-la-la-la-la-la, my oh my, look like the boy too shy, ain't gonna kiss the girl. Sha-la-la-la-la-la, ain't that sad, ain't it a shame? Too bad, he gonna miss the girl. There's a whole bunch of stuff here. I can actually hear the birds for that song, or whatever the hell they are. Wow, wow. That part is in my head. Now's your moment, floating in the blue lagoon. Boy, you better do it soon. No time will be better. She don't say a word, and she won't say a word until you kiss the girl. Sing with me now. Sha-la-la-la-la, don't be scared. You got the mood prepared. Go on and kiss the girl. Sha-la-la-la-la, don't stop now. Don't try to hide it. How you wanna kiss the girl. Do I go back to the beginning? I've forgotten. I think I just go back to Sha-la-la. Sha-la-la-la-la, floating along and listen to the song. The song say, kiss the girl. Sha-la-la-la-la-la. Music play, do what the music say. You gotta kiss the girl. You gotta kiss the girl. You gotta kiss the girl. Go on and kiss the girl. Yeah. You may recognize that song. It's from Disney. Disney, please don't come after me for copyright bullshit. Please. Don't do it. You have enough money. Damn it. Don't take away my soul. Oh, here's another one. And again, these are all songs that I learned via, oh gosh, everything. My mentor and friend, Kate, who unfortunately, her funeral was 5 years ago this day. In memorandum, I'm doing what I think she wanted me to do, is to share my singing capabilities with others. So yeah. Let's see here. Let's see. All right. I've never been to San Francisco, but there's a song about it, so I'll sing that. Key of A. Oh, that doesn't make sense. This is tiny print. That's the holding it like this. I left my heart in San Francisco, high on a hill. It calls to me to be where little cable cars, do they still have those? Climb halfway to the stars. The morning fog may chill the air. I don't care. My love waits there in San Francisco. Oh, I lost my track. Above the blue and windy sea, when I come home to you, San Francisco, your golden sun will shine for me. Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, God. I don't remember this song at all. Nope, not at all. Well, yeah, most of these songs are about love. Have you noticed that? I've noticed that. Thus the crooner boys sing about love and heartbreak. Woo! Oh. It's a Bob Dylan song. I don't quite remember how it goes, though. Does anyone know how it goes? Probably not. Oh, wait. I only know the part where he says, to make you feel my love. I don't even know if I'm singing that right. No, I don't have the tune of that one in my brain. We have Mr. Cellophane, which I have yet to sing very well. Cellophane, Mr. Cellophane, would you bend my name, Mr. Cellophane? Oh, it's Make You Feel My Love by Bob Dylan. And the only part I can remember is to make you feel my love. And I'm not even sure if that's how it goes. I have not heard that song in now 5 years. Or something like that. That's a long song, Mr. Cellophane. Cellophane, Mr. Oh, here's one I actually know. This is one of the first ones I learned, actually. I know it by heart. See if I can still do it without looking. In case I do have to look, I have it in front of me. I have to figure out what a tempo I want here. Oh, God. It's awful. Okay, here we go. Let's think. More than the greatest love the world has known. This is the love I'll give to you alone. More than the simple words I try to say. I only live to love you more each day. More than you'll ever know, my arms long to hold you, so my life will be in your keeping, waking, sleeping, laughing, weeping. Longer than always is a long, long time. But far beyond forever, you'll be mine. I know I never lived before, and my heart is very sure no one else could love you more. Ba-da-da. It's actually 2 verses where you go back and do it all over again. But I don't want to do that. At least not at the moment. Oh, good. I'm glad someone's amused by this madness. Oh, that's a terrifying thought. I just thought of a small child getting near my face and grabbing my mustache. That would be very unpleasant. That's because I know it by heart. There are a few songs in here where I'm, a little rough. But that one I have deep in my head, in my brain pan area, and I can sing it without, I can sing that anywhere, thankfully. But there aren't many songs I can do that with these days, because I'm out of practice. The last time I'll be honest, when my mentor passed away or died or whatever you want to use the words there was a long time where I couldn't really sing, because every time I did, I would think of her. And for at least a year and a half, probably 2 years, I didn't do that at all. But that was because it was pretty fresh hurt, and you come around to the fact that she would not want me to stop singing. She would want me to sing more, if anything, and especially to an audience. Something I'm very comfortable to do here, but not so much in person yet. I did it a few times, but I get kind of nervous when I stand in front of people and sing, because it's kind of baring your soul and making yourself very vulnerable, unfortunately. You don't really think about it when musicians go on stage, but it's a bunch of vulnerability there. Well, I'm glad everyone's having such a good time. What else? I don't know why I slipped into Jack Nicholson there, but that's okay. Yeah, there's another song that I do not remember, and the lyrics are weird. Oh, here we go. We'll go with a little drama. Anyone like drama? No? Okay, I was singing anyway. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this one, because it is a hefty song. You ever see Phantom of the Opera? It's so popular now. Water. See if the young 9-month-old enjoys this one. If she does, well, you're in for some problems later. Okay. Oh, God, what key is this? Nighttime sharpens, heightens each sensation. Darkness stirs and wakes imagination. Silently the senses abandon their defenses. Do 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 do. Slowly, gently, night unfurls its splendor. Grasp it, sense it, tremulous and tender. Turn your face away from the garish light of day. Turn your thoughts away from cold and feeling light, and listen to the music of the night. See words. I don't remember what tenor is. I don't know if that's higher or lower. Or, again, I think I was classified as like just above bass, but I don't. Where am I? Music of the night. Oh gosh, this part sucks. Close your eyes and surrender to your darkest dreams. Purge your thoughts of the life you knew before. Oh, here we go. Close your eyes, let your spirit start to soar. And you'll live as you've never lived before. There's noise. Softly, deftly, music shall caress you. Hear it, feel it, secretly possess you. Open up your mind, let your fantasies unwind in this darkness which you know you cannot fight. The darkness of the music of the night. Did I mention this is a hard song? Let your mind start a journey through a strange new world. Leave all thoughts of the world you knew before. Let your soul take you where you long to be. Only then can you belong to me. Floating, falling, sweet intoxication. Touch me, trust me, savor each sensation. A lot of shuns in this. Let the dream begin, let your darkest side give in to the power of the music that I write. The power of the music of the night. Ba 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 ba. You alone can make my song take flight. Help me make the music of the night. Much longer than that at the end, but I don't think my voice is going to hold out. That's about as high as I dare go, is some of those notes. After that, everything starts to self-destruct. Self-destruct. Blands. Ow. Blands in the UK, that exists. I would not buy Blanton's ever. But as I mentioned earlier in the stream, I don't have a job. So you wouldn't know it by all the whiskey behind me. But if you compare the whiskey behind me to the whiskey of other whiskey tubers, it's kind of obvious. Oh, don't remember that one. I hope that sounded all right. There are a few notes in there where my voice was going, what are you doing? Stop it. Nope, don't remember that one either. There are a lot of songs in here where I look at it and go, I don't remember any of that. I can sing this one if I remember how to pronounce any of this shit. This is Nel cor più non mi sento, or as an as an actual American would say it, Nel cor più non mi sento, which is definitely not how you pronounce any of that. Or also, why feels my heart so dormant? Technically, is what it's called. You did a Cartman? I did not. I stayed for a little bit of that, but then there was a lot going on, and I stopped. Also, easily distracted. What? See if I remember how this one goes. We're coming on the 50. We're less than 15 minutes. How the hell did that happen? Thankfully, I have some of these spelled out because, good God, I don't remember any of these. I think this is Italian. I could be wrong. You tell me. Nel cor più non mi sento brilla gioventù, in giorno del mio tormento, amor se colpa tu, mi pizzichi, mi succichi, mi pungichi, mi mastichi. Che cosa è questo, ahimè? Pietà, 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 amore incerto che disperare mi fa. Started speaking tongues, basically. That's how it's supposed to be, ish. I'm certain I butchered some of that, but hey, I don't speak that language, so it's okay. I can't know if I'm saying it wrong if I only kind of know how to say it to begin with. Elvis sings opera. I could do that with Phantom of the Opera. That'd be weird. I'm trying to think of that now. Hold on. Night time sharpens hands each sensation. Darkness stirs and wakes imagination. Oh, thank you very much. That's the only way I do Elvis stuff, just randomly add in shit like that. Oh, I've done this one to death. Oh, I guess I should wrap up with this one. I have 10 minutes left. Bourbon time. I've never had an actual like foolproof Blanton's. I don't really care about Blanton's. I have to not care about Blanton's. One, can't afford it. Two, it's a mixed bag. I'm more interested in the E.H. Taylor, honestly. Those are the ones I like. Like I've had one bottle and I didn't want to finish it because I know I won't be able to get another easily. And that's not even having the expensive shit, like the cast strength or anything. I had the small batch or small version. H. Taylor small batch, I think it is. And that was really good. I liked it a lot. But it's gone. It lasted almost half a year, probably 4 months. It's much longer than usually. Much longer than I expected. What am I doing? For wet week. This is day 1. All right. We're going to wrap this up with the song I actually had to sing at Kate's funeral. Sorry. Gonna bring it down to a little bit of blah. But some of you may know the song. I definitely do. The lyrics are switched around here. I'm not sure if any of them are correct, but it's the one I sang in her presence and the one I sang at her funeral. So it feels appropriate that I should end it here, and it's kind of a drinking-ish song. Not really. It's mostly sung at funerals. This is called Oh Danny Boy. You may have heard of it. I have to hold it close because my eyes suck. Water first, then grimness. There are 10 people in here now. That works. I'll be ending the stream in 10 minutes. 10 people are here. Shit. There we go. Get this pain out of the way. Oh, Jenny boy, the pipes are calling. From glen to glen and down the mountainside. The summer is gone and all the roses falling. 'Tis you must go, and I must buy. But come ye back when summer's in the meadow, and all the valley is hushed and white with snow. 'Tis I'll be here in sunshine or in shadow. Oh, Danny boy, I love you so. But when ye come and all the flowers are falling, if I am dead, yes, dead that well may be, you'll come and find the place where I am lying, and kneel and say an Ave there for me. And I will hear though soft your tread above me, and all my grave will warmer, sweeter be. For you'll have kneeled and told me that you love me, and I shall sleep in peace until you come to me. That was rough to get through, I won't lie. FFE01. Oh, you know what we're talking about. But that does it for the singing because my voice is going to die. And that feels like the appropriate one to go out on. It has a special place in my heart, and it was a little hard to sing. I get emotional. I do miss her all the time. Unfortunately, I can't have a drink in her honor, so some of you will have to do that for me. Tune in to Eric, Wade, or Trev, depending on whatever you want to watch, going on live next at 8 p.m. my time. And then ADHD Whiskey, he's doing his whiskey-a-thon thing. So if you're into that competition stuff, which I am not, because it stresses me out, that's going on at 10 p.m. They don't need me to tell you that. You probably already know. But just in case, if there are any Twitch people here, I have no idea. It's a YouTube thing, I promise. Ugh. Trying to make sure I didn't miss anything. Yeah, the FOMO. I've had the Blanton's sample, but I'm curious about the other ones, but there's no way in hell I'm going to buy one. If it's gifted to me, cool. I know there are Wellers out there that are pretty good too. I've only had the what? The Select. Yeah, it's this one. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. It's back there. I moved it. And Livewire might go live tonight, apparently. I don't know if I'll be up for that because I should go to bed at a normal time tonight. I should try to go to bed by 2 or 1. I'm not going to be drinking anything, so what the hell? That does make being on Whiskey Tube streams a bit difficult. I've done it. I will do it, but it's definitely a noticeable tug at my glassware. Granted, I was very smart about this. I made it so I can't so I only have a few Glencairns that are clean. So yeah, I can't really pour anything at the moment because they all need to be washed because doing Whiskey Tube stuff, I use a lot of glassware. I don't know how other channels do it. Crazy. Yes, Weller Special Reserve, the green one. So I don't know how the prices of that are, but I've never tried any fancy stuff from them. Whoa. Oh, we got a few more minutes. Still debating whether I should go live on Sunday, though this has been better off than I thought it would be. I did kind of ramble on for the first hour, which I'm good at. I do that, if you haven't noticed. And the singing for the second hour is good. I actually feel okay about it, but I'm still out of practice, so there's that. And I will probably be just going to playing games next because I am tired. I don't like to say it out loud, but I am. I also need to have dinner. Pretzels do not equal dinner. I haven't eaten since breakfast, as I usually do. That becomes a little more of a problem normally when I do a stream, but not this time. Usually not eating since breakfast and then doing a stream for 2 hours while drinking whiskey makes it interesting for me, to say the least. Pretzels are good. There is one problem about dry week that I've noticed. I may not drink whiskey, but my sweet tooth becomes a little bit more apparent for this entire week. I'm going to try to be very aware of that and not eat all the candy things and all the sugar things. I was tempted to eat some of those liquor-filled chocolates, but of course, remembering there's alcohol in those. You're not supposed to do that. So that was the funny moment today. Just to get rid of them. They're sitting in my fridge, taking up space. I will finish those at some point. But we are now officially in the last 60 seconds of this stream. Thank you all for being here. Remember to like and subscribe. And by the way, I have a Patreon. Trying to get to the $100 mark for Patreon stuff each month. And then I'll just work my way up from there, hopefully. But we are close. We're at like 89 something. So it'd be amazing if we could hit 100 before next month. We'll see. There's no huge rush to get my Patreon stuff because it's very... You're supporting the channel. I don't do a lot of stuff on there. There are some special perks for the high amounts of money, like private talk streams kind of thing. Haven't done one of those yet. I'm gonna do one soon, probably. I guess I have to go out with this. Well, until next time, live long and prosper. Don't forget to be awesome. And again, I'm switching up the ending here. I will see you out there.